Yo, something about having hair and wearing a beanie extends the circumference of your head by like 30%, bro. Jesus Christ, I promise my head not this big. I mean, it's big, I ain't gonna hold you. Pause. My head. Like the top of my, like, hi. It's your boy, Child Louie. I hope you're David well. You feeling swell. Boracity, Bora. The moment I started saying that, I started thinking of the Peaches song. Peaches. Ranking late night show hosts only by their interactions with BTS. So far, the only late night show host that I've seen interact with BTS is Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon has been my favorite one. Wasn't he like the first also? Who knows? I got that from Doctor Who. Yeah, see me messing with this pen thingy, bro, is because of my balls. Literally because of him. I'm not good. I started learning how to mess with it like a day ago. So far, this is all I can do.
I'm not a late show host person, but I am definitely a BTS person. So
Right.
I thought it could be fun
I
to
agree.
judge these late night show hosts only by their interactions with BTS. I don't really know much about them outside of these interactions, so this won't be a fair ranking. This is just for fun.
Explain what hooked up means. Come on.
Not a late night show host, but I want to put Ellen as an honorable mention for last place because she made weird questions and prioritized her jokes instead of making BTS comfortable. The guys didn't go back to her show for a reason, and that's all I'm going to say.
BTS is very, very popular, and we want to have some fun with that.
And the actual last place is Jimmy Kimmel. When BTS went to his show in 2017, there wasn't any direct interaction. They only had a mini concert outside the studio. Now, I don't really know Jimmy Kimmel, but judging him only by his interactions with BTS, I can say I don't like him. First, I didn't love that prank he made where he had the mothers of fans meet BTS. It could have been a harmless prank, but Jimmy kept asking if they were jealous of their mothers,
Wait till you find out how mad the daughters were.
if they smelled them to see if they smell like BTS,
And are you smelling her to see if they rubbed any BTS?
and kept mentioning how unlucky their daughters are compared to their mothers,
You're almost as lucky as your daughter is unlucky for not meeting them.
when he put them in that situation in the first place. And of course, the dumb jokes. First, he joked about ARMY being so excited that they will kill BTS if they go outside.
We were going to send the band outside to the audience, but at least 100 people would be killed if we did that. So
Then he makes fun of their name by saying it sounds like BTO
when I was a kid, we had BTO. It was a different thing.
and the disease IBS.
And it's nothing like IBS, right? It's a medical condition.
And then in 2021, he made a whole
No.
joke about how
Yo.
boys in
This nigga talk about that's a medical condition. He sounds like, it only made me laugh because of how stupid he sounds.
Yo, it was a different thing.
and the disease IBS.
And it's nothing like IBS, right? It's a medical condition.
And then in 2021, he made a whole joke about how boy bands in general were like the coronavirus that mutates with time, and that BTS was the last and worst mutation.
And it popped up all over the world until eventually we get to one that's so contagious it destroys all life on Earth.
So weird. And I feel like the guys maybe were uncomfortable since 2017 because they didn't go back to the show ever since.
Leopard Boy Scout in Korea.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
I'm no wiser.
Number 5 is Graham Norton.
Boy
from the
Scouts in
UK.
Korea?
BTS said that their experience there wasn't the best because Jungkook couldn't dance because of an injury in his foot,
Stitches in my hair.
and Jimmy couldn't be there at all because he was sick.
Got seized up before the rehearsal, so.
So they were down to 5. However, this is not Graham Norton's fault. He was actually not that bad, but he's number 5 because I didn't see much effort to connect with the members.
You can't beat Jimin today. He's got English. I'm scared.
No, Jimin!
The other celebrities went along with the jokes more than the host,
No Jimin for today. Does that mean you're looking for a new member?
but he was okay. He
Because the
kept
celebrities
mentioning that he
understand
couldn't
who's
believe
sitting
the
next to them.
impact-
I don't mean any disrespect, but there are people of a certain age who don't know BTS. So just in case you are thinking I'm making this up,
but was respectful in general, so that's that.
please welcome
The first time BTS went to the James Corden show was in 2017, and here James said,
We absolutely love
love you at this show.
Which is funny because that was the first time they were on the show, but whatever.
Right.
What do I know? It was just a generic thing to say, I guess. At
It
the
sounds so
what I remember
generic.
thinking was that James seemed very charismatic and nice. And I like how he started this tradition.
Subscribe this YouTube channel. And what else should they do? 이 유튜브 채널 많이 구독해주세요. 구독해주세요.
In this same episode, they played Flinch, and it was a very fun game. I remember thinking
I
that the way
remember
he
seeing
laughed was
this.
so funny. And I like that he high-fived them. And if they said something, he would play along and continue with the interaction, even if they were accidentally interrupting him.
So he's a good host?
Say, James. Go on.
He always brought the attention back to them. They also sang DNA, and James tweeted about it in his personal account. There are no official videos from their participation in 2018, but they were only welcome and sang Fake Love. The 2020 episode was probably my favorite episode in this show. The introduction was just so funny.
Connecting the world. Oh, sorry. What's? Oh, really? Oh my God. Seriously? He's fine. He just feels under the weather. No, we can't just have 6 of them out here. No, they should just leave and we'll just. Thank you. Okay. BTS are on the show.
Here they were interviewed for the first time in this show. The guys were great as always, and James was okay. I like his questions about what they do when they forget a dance move, and their was pretty much the same. He recognized the support from armies, and in the end, he accidentally interrupted Jimmy.
We love that. What a beautiful message. BTS are performing here.
But it's okay. He was nice to them. It looked like RM thanked him or said something nice to him because James hugged him, so this was definitely a nice interaction. I loved the game of hide and seek with the guys and Ashton Kutcher. When James said, I lost it. I also thought it was cute how he held their hands, and I also noticed that he kept calling Jimmy Jamin,
Jamin on the go. Jamin, you're there.
even though he said
Jamin.
Jimin correctly before.
Jamin.
So I'm sure he just didn't know their names by then, but it's fine, I guess. Also, Ashton Kutcher was funnier than James, but that's just my opinion. Weeks after they released the iconic Carpool Karaoke. This was one of the best segments BTS had in a late night show. James let them shine, was nice to them, and always wanted to include the seven of
Joker
them.
Do you know
guy.
the Friends theme tune? Yeah, of course. Who else in the car? Hang on, who in the car knows the theme tune to Friends?
I like that even though he didn't know Korean, he will still sing the English parts of the songs. This video was so iconic that he even got the Papamochi nickname. There were the regular jokes that everyone makes.
I will quit this job in a heartbeat to join BTS.
He let them shine, and I like the dancing part. So in general, he was okay. Then during quarantine, the guys had a little 1-minute interview and performed Boy With Love. But there isn't much to say about James. Later that year, James interviews them about the Grammys and their album B. It was all going well until Jimmy asked,
파파모치 들어봤어요 우리 앨범?
and he said,
Are you kidding? I've had Dynamite on repeat in my car.
Jimmy noticed that he actually didn't. So he said, when you listen, you will know that the album is about the pandemic. But anyways, the last interaction was cute, but only because it's Jimin. Then they perform Life Goes On and Dynamite from Korea. Before 2021, everything seemed okay in general. In my opinion, his praises and comments for BTS seemed a little basic and superficial. However, in 2021, he made that dumb joke about BTS speech and performance in the UN Assembly. What he said specifically was that world leaders had no choice but to take BTS seriously, and that it was a historic moment because 15-year-olds were wishing to be there, meaning that armies are all 15-year-old girls. Now, what some people don't understand is that we are actually extremely used to these kind of comments.
I'm a girl! I'd be an ugly girl, bro. What the hell? Would I be an ugly girl? I think I'd be a bad bitch. I ain't gonna lie. That's how I know he not army for real. Cause did I used to think this way too before I started listening to BTS? Yeah. I mean, who did it? It's just assumptions and shit like that. But once you step in here, bro, you realize that there is a crazy demographic. Crazy demographic. I'm talking about like some of the upscaliest of the scale people in army to the lowest of the low. You could probably find a homeless person that is paying with BTS. Oh God. How much you in the bet there's like a dignitary right now that's blasting Nevermind in their shower. 6 shower heads attacking them and they're just like, never mind. Never mind. Wide demographic from women, men, probably some aliens, a couple squid, maybe some chupacabras.
Meaning that armies are all 15-year-old girls. Now, what some people don't understand is that we are actually extremely used to these kind of comments and jokes. When this happens, we usually say how boring and repetitive these jokes are and move on. But it was not like that with James Corden for a reason. And it's because he was one of the few who actually treated the guys nicely. He kept repeating how he loves them and he kept inviting them to his show. People excuse this joke by saying that a lot of people write these jokes, not only him. But I personally don't care. It's not about the joke. You can think it was harmless. It's about how he, who happily accepted the crown for the nicest army late show host, ruined this nice relationship with us because of this dumb joke. And maybe if he apologized, things wouldn't have gotten worse, but of course he didn't. A couple of months later, James interviewed them, and even though he tried to avoid it, RM ignored his initial basic question and called him out. And I just got to say, the panic in James' eyes is just exquisite. His voice trembles and his answer is
Oh my god, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Tell me why my respect for Orange just went from like, it's already at the most highest it could be, low key. And it just went even higher. Yo, he really called him out on public television. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. When folks talk about some real niggas, that's real nigga type of shit, bro. On God. Keeping that same energy in front and behind closed doors, bro. Damn. I hope I give off that real nigga energy. The only difference you'll find within me when I turn this camera off and Riker can vouch, and whoever else has talked to me can vouch, is that I'm not as animated. Like, I'm not trying to entertain y'all, so I'm just chilling. But the same sentiments that I've told y'all, how I feel towards people, everything that I talked about, I'm standing on that behind and in front of closed doors, bro. I love that. Oh my God. This is beautiful. Beautiful. I'm brick. I gotta stop saying that.
Question and call him out. And I just got to say, the panic in James' eyes is just exquisite. His voice trembles and his answer is just so bad. He doesn't apologize, he just laughs about it.
Such a relief to get away.
He, of course, makes it even worse by playing the victim.
Someone's just told me that they hope I die today.
Which is ridiculous because number one, this is the internet and everyone receives those comments by trolls. And number two, he doesn't address the real reason why armies are upset. He just keeps joking about it. RM accepted his non-apology to clear the air, even though James responds,
Appreciate your apology.
I also think it's very funny how he asks,
Am I still Papa Mochi? Yeah. Baby Mochi, am I still Papa Mochi?
And nobody answered and he got nervous. The rest of the interview was okay, mainly because of BTS. Later, they performed PTD and there was the weirdest auto-tune I have ever heard in a BTS performance. I don't want to say they did it on purpose, but it was definitely weird, especially when this has never happened in any other BTS performance. In a positive note, weeks later, the concert in the crosswalk was released and I loved it so much. I love how the language barrier was not an opportunity to put BTS in an uncomfortable position. Instead, they made James the butt of the joke by using that running joke about the guys making fun of James in Korean and him not understanding anything. James was funny, BTS was funny, everything is scripted, but still it was a nice interaction. And then the show aired the butter performance. And again, there was something weird with the audio. And if you say I should blame the production and not James, then you are right, but it still doesn't sit right with me, especially when they had weeks to fix it. In general, the guys seemed comfortable with James Corden, which is nice. They forgave him and I always trust BTS first. But personally, after everything that happened, I don't trust or care about James Corden. At least not enough to call him Papa Mochi or whatever he wants to be called. Also, his damn show blocked my last video twice, so I don't like him for that.
I decided to take my remuneration in moments with BTS.
BTS never actually went to the Trevor Noah show because I believe the Daily Show is more about news and politics and pop culture. But they had a few interactions when Trevor Noah...
Fun fact, Trevor Noah is my long lost cousin. We've been looking for him. Turns turns out he just decided to become famous and really successful. Good job, cousin.
I decided to take my remuneration in moments with BTS.
BTS never actually went to the Trevor Noah show because I believe the Daily Show is more about news and politics than pop culture. But they had a few interactions when Trevor Noah hosted the Grammys. He was nice in general. The jokes were usually about how big BTS is as a group, and some people found his joke about Squid Games repetitive. RM's response was perfect.
What are we gonna do?
So I don't think it's that big of a deal. What gave me a good impression of Trevor Noah was his genuine comments after the Grammys in his own show. He said that BTS were so dedicated and talented,
And they're so good and efficient at what they do.
and he made a joke about BTS being better than the boy bands in his day.
I was watching them, and I'm not even trying to throw shade or anything, but I was like, man, NSYNC, they got away with shit. Like, think of like the boy bands I grew up with, and it was just like, I'm like, damn, it's a...
And it was so refreshing to see BTS being part of a joke, but not the subject of the joke for once. Compare this to Jimmy Kimmel's joke, for example. Both jokes were about boy bands, but Trevor Noah's joke was tasteful and, you know, not racist.
We get the one that's so contagious it destroys all life on Earth.
As they're known by their nicknames, the cute one, the cute one, the cute one, the cute one,
Right.
the cute one,
The cute one.
and I'm sorry,
Hey.
a little help?
Hey. Army
In
got it.
2019, the Stephen Colbert Show invited BTS to recreate the historic moment when the Beatles made their US TV debut at the Ed Sullivan Show. Stephen Colbert acted like Ed Sullivan, and BTS resembled the Beatles. Apart from this sketch, they performed Boy With Love, had an interview, and performed Make It Right. During the interview, Stephen introduces them as his close personal friends.
Please welcome my close personal friends, BTS.
And then RM does this. In general, Steven seems more respectful and nice than funny, but he has some good moments. Then, in 2021, BTS made a hand gesture sketch and performed Butter. Even though the sketch was completely in English, and I prefer the sketches where they can comfortably talk in Korean, it was not bad at all. Steven and BTS did not have any direct interaction, but Steven's introduction did not include any bad jokes, and that is the main reason why he's so high in this list. He hasn't said anything wrong. He's always been respectful, and he gave them the opportunity to have a very nice sketch in 2019. I really want the guys to be back in this show in person. Number 1 is Jimmy Fallon.
I'm so sorry, Jimmy Fallon. I be dumb, bro. Like, you don't really gotta take anything I say from my mouth to your ears seriously. Matter of fact, we're gonna go back and we're gonna turn on some applause for Jimmy
The
Fallon.
opportunity to have a very nice sketch in 2019. I really want the guys to be back in this show in person.
I love hamburger.
Number 1 is Jimmy Fallon. In 2018, BTS were invited to The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Here, they sang Idol and I'm Fine and were interviewed. During the interview, Jimmy was wearing the Jimmy headbands and an army bomb ring and joked about not picking favorites,
Not picking favorites. I'm not picking favorites.
but still choosing Jimmy. It was funny and cute, and it looked like the guys were very comfortable talking to him. They also had a segment where they danced Fortnite dances, which was one of the smartest decisions in these shows, because it would have been a little difficult for them to have a whole acting sketch in English, so a dancing challenge was easier for them because they are dancers. In 2020, BTS were invited to a special New York episode. First, they were interviewed in the New York City subway. I like that Jimmy's questions here were deeper than in other regular late night shows, and I like that he always had something to say about their answers. He continued the conversation at all times, even helping them with their answers.
And then I thought,
What do you think of him?
he was amazing.
Unlike other interviews, Jimmy seemed genuinely interested and nice. They also had the Subway Olympics where they played a bunch of silly games, and we got so many epic moments. Then they went to an iconic restaurant called Kat's Deli where they ate some sandwiches and then served these sandwiches. My favorite part was when the guys couldn't believe the size of the sandwiches and were asking for veggies.
But no veggies?
No veggie. No, are you kidding me? No.
Finally, the boys performed the best performance the show has ever
Hey,
seen.
that's a
During
fact.
quarantine, there was the BTS week, where the guys performed the 5 days of the week and were interviewed about performing at the Grammys, Dynamite getting them their first #1, their 7th anniversary, quarantine, their movie Break the Silence, the album B, their New York special, their charity work, their high school experience, and advice for young people pursuing an artistic career. As always, Jimmy seemed
wait. What? Low key, I'm not even gonna hold you. I know what she's talking about, but I was like low key comparing how Jimmy looked versus how like BTS look, and I'm like, damn. Bro, I can imagine Jimmy turning on the call, seeing them, and like, oh shit, these niggas look amazing.
was the BTS week, where the guys performed the 5 days of the week and were interviewed about performing at the Grammys, Dynamite getting them their first #1, their 7th anniversary, quarantine, their movie Break the Silence, the album B, their New York special, their charity work, their high school experience, and advice for young people pursuing an artistic career.
Where do I find that? I need that. Oh, I need that.
As always, Jimmy seemed genuinely interested and gave meaningful compliments.
These guys are working hard. It was so impressive from working with you and seeing you work. Because you have great work ethic. You really are professional, but you're also very funny. You have a great sense of humor. And please don't ever lose that.
They also played the Dance Your Feelings game, and Jimmy definitely matched their energy.
Jimmy! My name's Jimmy!
And then they played the Zoom Olympics, and this was my favorite game. In 2021, they were interviewed once again. They talked about butter. They recreated the A from the music video.
Yeah, he's like slamming that vinyl like with actual excitement, bro.
In 2021, they were interviewed once again. They talked about butter. They recreated the A from the music video. They also talked about Permission to Dance, their debut, and my favorite part was the rumors segment. As always, Jimmy has innovative questions. He lets them talk and matches their energy, and of course, he jokes a lot. But his jokes are respectful and harmless. Then they performed PTD and Butter, and days later they played another game called Will It Fit. Judging him only by these interactions, Jimmy seems like a charismatic and kind-hearted guy. He puts his guests first and doesn't interrupt them to say dumb jokes. He's the only one who has interviewed them for more than 5 minutes and has asked them more complex questions. I think there's a ton of reasons why BTS always comes back to his show, and the main reason one is because they are comfortable. I don't think Jimmy has ever said any kind of dumb jokes about the guys, and I hope they are back to his show soon.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Jimmy Fallon is my favorite. It's Jimmy Fallon and Stephen Colbert. Oh, wait, there was another guy that was like, he retired or whatever. I forgot his name. James? No. Ew. No. Hell no. Not James Corden. David Letterman? Yeah, it is David Letterman. Oh my goodness. I don't know if David Letterman would have got the vibe, bro. Y'all think David Letterman would have like understood the vibe, or would it have been real awkward? I don't know, bro. I just remember seeing him a couple times, and then I remember it being a big deal that he retired or whatever. BTS versus attendance award shows. Hello?
Before you dislike the video or leave a hate comment because you assume my opinion on this, I
Why
want
would
to
I
ask
do that?
everyone to please watch the full video first. My
Yeah?
intention is not to discredit any artist's music or achievements. What I want is for every fandom to realize that this practice is not good for anyone. It may seem like it's nothing because your favorite artist is winning, but it's actually hurting them and every other artist in the music industry. But let me start with the beginning. A couple of weeks ago, the 2022 Video Music Awards were
Mr.
premiered
Harlow.
on MTV. BTS were nominated for 6 categories. 4 of these were fan-voted categories, meaning that the artist with the most votes wins.
Minecraft?
BTS's large dedicated fandom, ARMY, are without a doubt the biggest voting force in the world. ARMY has not lost a single voting in any big award show in the US or in South Korea. That is, when the voting rules are strictly followed. So that means that BTS were taking home at least 4 awards that night, right? Not really. As ARMYs were already expecting, the winners of every category were being announced throughout the night, and BTS were losing all of them. Several news outlets also reported that another act won Group of the Year, the biggest category BTS were nominated to, but this was before the winners were officially announced by MTV. So in the end, BTS won a total of 1 award that night. But how did ARMYs and the media already know that BTS were going to lose? The answer is extremely simple. They were not there. And this is not a conspiracy theory or a crazy guess.
Hey yo, welcome to the biggest music party of the year.
The MTV VMAs are probably the most famous attendance awards, which is when an award show ultimately decides who is going to be the winner of categories they promoted as fan-voted categories. It decides who is going to
Who is this? And what do this Cuban got on, bro? What the hell?
be the winner of.
Yo, what? How you walk? Where are the arms? I'm really like analyzing what this is, bro.
Attendance awards, which is when an award show ultimately decides who is going to be the winner of categories they promoted as fan-voted categories. ARMYs know this, the media knows this, the artists know this, and MTV admits.
Was that Lil Nas X?
The media.
Why did it take me so long to recognize this nigga, bro?
The artists know this.
Is he a peacock?
And MTV admits this. Now, you may be thinking, isn't this illegal? Well, it's technically not, because even though MTV promotes in every platform imaginable, telling people to vote for your favorite artist, here's the link, you need to vote for this category on our website, you need to vote for this on our Instagram. If you go all the way down their official voting rules, which you need to look for yourself because there's not a disclaimer or anything like that before you vote, you can find this. A sponsor reserves the right at its sole discretion to cancel, terminate, amend, modify, extend, or suspend the voting process, and reserves the right in its sole discretion to determine the winners. Read that again. MTV's sponsor reserves the right to determine the winners. So it doesn't matter if an artist loses the votings. If MTV wants them to win, they have the right to do so and not tell you about it. And the media knows this. This magazine wrote, "At a sponsor's sole discretion seems to be the key here. MTV has all these rules, but then sticks lines like this in there to ensure that no matter what, it's MTV and
That's
not
crazy.
the voters calling the shots." This entertainment critic said for a magazine, "I think it gives credence to the long-standing suspicion that MTV will alter who the awards go to, regardless of fan votes, if an artist is going to be present and or announce something."
Which artist will take home VMA for the video?
Shit, you already know the
fact
answer,
that
nigga.
MTV can ultimately choose any winner they want doesn't mean that every winner lost the votes. It just means that if the actual winner is not present, MTV will ask one of the losers who is attending if they want to receive the award. If they accept, they will get it, and the actual winner will lose. Or at least this is what is said by the media and the artists themselves.
Wait. So some of these artists was really second place? Ooh. No wonder these folks be beefing with each other. There's like subliminal shots constantly being thrown at them, bro. That's literally participation award.
Who is attending if they want to receive the award. If they accept, they will get it, and the actual winner
That's an awfully
will
hot
lose.
coffee
Or
pot.
at least this is what is said by the media and the artists themselves. Ed Sheeran said this for a magazine in 2015. "I got the BMA because Pharrell didn't turn up. I did. They said, he's not here. Do you want it?"
I seriously forgot what I gotta say.
The VMAs is one of the most famous
Yeah,
award
baby.
shows in America. So many iconic moments
I'm
from the
nervous,
music
baby.
industry happen here. However, it's not considered one of the big three, which are the American Music Awards, the Billboard Music Awards, and the Grammys. And the VMAs are not considered one of the
Scams?
big
Yeah,
three because
scams.
it lacks professionalism. They don't only choose whoever they want as the winners and make it seem like they won the votings, but also the VMAs don't have any clear criteria on why they nominate the artists they nominate. This is something that the big three does carefully.
Hey.
The American Music Awards nominates artists who release music during their eligibility period, have good sales, radio airplay, activity on social networks, and video views. These are all public numbers, so it is possible to predict the artists nominated because they follow these criteria. The Billboard Music Awards nominates artists who release music during their eligibility period and have the highest sales, streams, and radio airplay. This is mainly based on their own Billboard charts, so it's even easier to predict the nominated nominated artists because they are right there. If you were present on the Billboard Hot 100, you are going to be nominated. The Grammys are different because they nominate whoever they want based on whatever they want, basically. And the ones who do this are known as the Academy, and they are supposed to be experts from the music industry. This weak criteria creates so many controversies and corruption problems. However, unlike the VMAs, they don't ask the public to vote and then choose whoever they want as the winners. And of course, I'm not saying that the way these three award shows nominate artists is perfect. They also do weird tricks and twists to not nominate certain artists. For example, both the Billboard Music Awards and the American Music Awards deleted the Top Social Artist category once BTS started winning every single year, even though Justin Bieber also used to win this category for years in a row and no one did anything.
Thank you everyone for loving our song Butter. Thank you.
The good thing is that at least the Billboard Music Awards and the American Music Awards lets BTS be nominated and win the categories they clearly deserve to be nominated to, and not because I say so, but because the numbers don't lie. This is why BTS's first nominations in America were for the American Music Awards and the Billboard Music Awards, because they had the numbers, so they deserve to be nominated. Only after it was obvious that BTS brings huge audiences to these awards, the VMAs started nominating them because the VMAs don't rely on numbers. They don't have any criteria. Another example, Butter deserved to be nominated and win Top Selling Song at the 2022 Billboard Music Awards because it was the song that sold the most copies during the eligibility period. However, My Universe deserved to be nominated for Top Rock Song, but they didn't win because there was another rock song with a higher average of sales, streams, and radio play. So it's fine that BTS lost. Compare these strict criteria to the VMAs. MTV simply decides what is popular based on intuition, I guess, and then build the nominations around the artists who are going to attend the ceremony.
Oh no! What is this? I don't know if I can watch it. I might have to leave.
Not nominated to anything because the nominations announcement was on July, so they included it in this year's nomination list. This means that their eligibility period for this year's VMAs was from June 2021 to June 2022. That's why Permission to Dance, released in July, was nominated this year and not last year. However, this K-pop group was confirmed to attend the awards, so MTV built the nominations around them, even though they have not released any music in the past 2 years.
Let's close out 2021 with a bang. Let's go!
So, BTS's performance for Minecraft was nominated for Best Metaverse Performance. This K-pop group's spiritual performance was also nominated for this category, even though it was not released during the eligibility period.
Yo, I need to do a better job of hiding my facial expressions, bro. Everything in me was like, I gotta chill. Let's try that again. Okay.
So, BTS's performance for Minecraft was nominated for Best Metaverse Performance. This K-pop group's spiritual performance was also nominated for this category, even though it was not released during the eligibility period from June 2021 to June 2022. The performance was from July 22nd to July 31st, and the nominations were announced on July 26th. So how could they be nominated before their concert even finished? How did the VMAs see the future and know that they were going to have strong enough numbers to be nominated? And even if they were psychics, this group should be nominated next year, not this year, just like they did with Permission to Dance. And ARMYs are not the only ones saying this. Ariana Grande was also nominated for Best Metaverse Performance and had 250,000 more votes than this K-pop group. So if not BTS, Ariana Grande should have won, but she was not there, so she lost.
To call these guys international superstars honestly feels like an understatement.
How was this K-pop group nominated for Group of the Year when they didn't release a single song as a group in the past 2 years? Also, the semifinals for Group of the Year were public votes on Instagram, and it seems like there were way more people voting for BTS than for this other group. So it seems like they were nominated and won because they were there and BTS were not. How did Jack Harlow win Song of the Summer, a fan-voted category against Jungkook from BTS and Charlie Puth, when he clearly has less fans willing to vote for him? And even if you don't like BTS, how can Jack Harlow have more fans than Doja Cat, Bad Bunny, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, or Harry Styles? I'm sorry, but that's just impossible. There's simply no way Jack Harlow won the voting. It should have been Jungkook, and if not him, any other artist from this list would have made more sense than Jack Harlow. But he attended and was destined to win. He was even one of the MCs, so I guess the VMAs thought that it would have been embarrassing for him to be the MC and not actually win anything. MTV did all of this, and you really want me to believe that this K-pop singer won Best K-pop against BTS when it was supposed to be a fan-voted award, and ARMYs constantly beat their fandom at every other award show. So again, it looks like she lost the votes but won the award because she was there. The same way Jack Harlow and this other group won their category at every other award show. So again, it looks like she lost the votes but won the award there. The same way Jack Harlow and this other group won their categories.
No!
Categories, weird categories the VMAs creates just to exclude BTS from the important categories they should be nominated to. What is Best Metaverse Performance? What's the criteria? What's their importance in music? What is Best K-pop supposed to be about? K-pop, it's not a genre, it's an industry. BTS deserves to be nominated to the genres they deserve to be in. The Billboard Music Awards, the American Music Awards, and even the Grammys are not afraid to nominate BTS to Best Pop, Best Rock, or even Best Artist. So why does the VMAs refuse to do the same? The Best K-pop category was created for BTS, so they can have an excuse to exclude them from the big categories and don't look like they blatantly ignored BTS. I saw someone say that the K-pop category was important because it's the only way Korean artists can be part of American award shows, since their numbers are not strong enough in the country to compete for the big categories. And that is true. Since the Big Three doesn't have any K-pop categories, BTS are the only Korean artists with strong enough numbers to be nominated to these big categories and compete against American artists. However, MTV did not create the K-pop category to give visibility to Korean artists. They did this to exclude BTS from the big categories. Just look at Butter. Butter was nominated in the big categories at the BBMAs and the AMAs, but MTV decided to include it in Best K-pop, even though it's a song completely sung in English and it has nothing to do with K-pop. So logically, you would think that the K-pop category is for Korean artists. It doesn't matter if they're not singing in Korean. If it's like this, then the VMAs also contradict themselves, since they made two white women win the Best Latin category just because they sang in Spanish. Billie Eilish, an American white woman, and Rosalía, a woman from Spain, not Latin America, won Best Latin and went under fire because of this. So which one is it? Language or nationality?
Interesting. I ain't gonna lie, that's actually really interesting.
Now let's address the biggest controversy of the night. Several media outlets announced that this K-pop group won Group of the Year. However, MTV then announced that it was actually BTS who won. So how did all these media outlets got the wrong information? A popular theory is that it actually was a last-minute change by MTV. This is because even though MTV made a huge deal that this group was going to perform, present, and win many awards, the ratings were still low. And this is not me blaming this group. This group has a pretty big fan base, but award show ratings are going down every year by the millions. The only times award shows were able to prevent a huge ratings drop was when BTS attended the ceremonies. For example, the American Music Awards improved their all-time low numbers when BTS attended the 2021 ceremony and performed 2 songs. The same thing happened when BTS attended the 2022 Grammys. Also, every time BTS attends any ceremony, the award show trends on social media, and when BTS doesn't attend the ceremony, the award show hashtags are there, but there is far less engagement and don't even hit the #1 position on trends. So maybe the VMAs thought that this success was interchangeable, and they thought this group was going to give the same effect that BTS gave to the Big Three. The biggest problem was that everyone could see that this group and other artists like Jack Harlow clearly lost the votes. So if you went on social media and tried to find anything related to the VMAs, the most popular tweets were about BTS being snapped. So allegedly, the VMAs decided to change the winners last minute, so BTS could win at least one award and ARMYs could shut up. This will also explain why BTS didn't send a thank you video, which they've done every single year no matter the importance of the award show. They've even sent thank you videos for the Kids' Choice Awards. So if they didn't send one this time, it was because this other group was planned to win, and they changed it last minute, allegedly. But they've changed it too late. Every media platform had already released articles about this group winning Group of the Year.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Is it just me? I like how BTS be standing on business, bro. Oh my goodness. Y'all niggas is really real, even in the face of the fakeness of the music industry, bro.
But then they post the correct one once the winner is announced. So you may think that one media outlet posted the incorrect article accidentally, and then the rest followed. But it looks like the media didn't prepare articles for both in advance. They only prepared articles in which this K-pop group won. Allegedly, MTV and the K-pop group's label made an agreement, so one of them told the media to prepare articles in advance with all the records the group would have broken if they won this category. That's why the articles about this group winning were so detailed and thought out. Rolling Stones also customized a picture with their logo, the VMA's logo, and the name of the group. Their tweet also had "Make History" in capital letters and a star emoji. However, once MTV made their last-minute decision, the media had to delete the hundreds of articles they put out and change it to BTS instead. But Rolling Stones didn't have a post about BTS winning plan, so even though BTS did break records after winning this category, that was not mentioned in many of the articles like it was on the other group's articles. BTS had no customized pictures, no making history headlines, and no star emojis. All they had was a reused old photo and a link to see the winners list, not their own article.
This is not no.
Like I said before, the VMAs being an attendance award show
Oh my god,
is
it's
not
one
a
of the
crazy
Bailey
theory.
sisters.
The media and the artists know this, and MTV has to legally say that they are. So even though this is all a mess, this is not new. Popular attendance award shows are the People's Choice Awards in America
That's
and the
awfully
Asia
hot
Artist
coffee.
Awards in Korea. I could make videos explaining everything they did, but that would be too long, and it's basically the same that happened with the VMAs. These award shows choose whoever they want as the winners and create dumb categories so every artist attending can win. The first time ARMYs noticed that this was a thing was when the VMAs created the K-pop category in 2019, so BTS could win here and not be nominated in the main categories against American artists. This is why ARMYs created the BTS Music Video Awards.
What? Whoa, no!
To celebrate BTS's music and make fun of attendance award shows like the VMAs. And the hashtag BTS MVAs and Purple Carpet were a success. Everyone was there. BTS was there, Stevie Aoki was there, Tiny Tan, the BTS Mattel dolls, that one guy Jin met in Malta, the official accounts of the Eiffel Tower and BTS Mattel dolls, that one guy Jin met in Malta, the official accounts of the Eiffel Tower and Stade de France were there, the Holy Trinity was there, the official accounts of the Eiffel Tower and Stade de France.
Hold on. The Eiffel Tower has an official account? I need to follow that. La Tour Eiffel. Hold on. Oh my god!
The BTS Mattel dolls, that one guy Jin met in Malta, the official accounts of the Eiffel Tower and Stade de France were there, the Holy Trinity was there, and most importantly, Jontan was there. So A-list celebrities only.
Jontan was there, I swear.
There were also voting, and some of the winners were Love Yourself for Best Social Message, Home for Bob That Deserved a Music Video, Butterfly for Hidden Gem, and Blood, Sweat and Tears was the winner of the night. It won Best Choreography, Best Concept, Best Styling, and Favorite Music Video. And there was another mess because Spring Day deserved better, but it was still a very fun moment.
The American Music Award goes to BTS!
In conclusion,
Yes,
everything
sir.
related to attendance award shows is a mess.
That's what it
when
sound
artists take these opportunities to jump to the top, it hurts them because the media and music fans can tell that these awards were not deserved. And please don't think that I'm shaming these artists. There's
Nah,
nothing
you
wrong
just
with being
speaking
a small
real.
or medium artist. What's wrong is trying to convince the general public that you are bigger than you are by faking achievements, buying awards, constantly doing media play, and then posing happily on the red carpet like you achieved so much when you did none of of that. Accept that you are a growing artist. Many great real things can actually
Jack
come to
Harlow
you if
shade
you
is
dedicate yourself to
crazy.
your music.
I know she not throwing shade at Jack Harlow. You can't help but draw that conclusion when she's saying something and Jack Harlow's face pops up and literally he's doing what she's saying he's doing, bro. Come on, like, God, bro.
Achievements, buying
It's not
awards,
shade, it's
constantly
just
doing media
factuals.
play, and then posing happily on the red carpet
Love
like you
Mr. Harlow,
achieved
by the
so
way.
much when you did none of that. Accept that you are a growing artist. Many great real things can actually come to you if you dedicate yourself to your music. You already have a big label behind you and people who support you. You don't have to storm out before the ceremony ends because you lost against a bigger artist. When BTS loses an award, they may be sad, but they stay there, applaud the winner, and accept the results, even if they think it's unfair. Accepting these fake awards doesn't lead to anything useful or productive. It doesn't give you the visibility you think it gives you. Bad publicity is still publicity, but it doesn't create an army.
Oh,
If you
shit, that
want to
is
fake it till you make, do it without stealing. You might have won against BTS, but how does that matter when you still struggle to fill medium-sized arenas and theaters? I think it's better to prove your artistry with a real audience. Growing little by little is not shameful. BTS did it and look at where they are now. They are some of the only artists who can fill football stadiums these days. And they did it while ignoring these offers by the VMAs and other attendance awards.
솔직히 더 큰데도 갈 수 있었고 기회도
Talk your
얻었고
shit.
부정적인 방법도 좋지만 조금 더 정직한 방법으로 좋은 음악을 만드는 게 어떨까요?
So I guess what I'm saying is believe a little in yourself as an artist. Celebrate your real achievements, no matter how big or small they are. And please follow BTS steps and stop playing MTV's game.
Whoa, I'm on timing, bruh. Come on. Y'all can't tell me that I'm not on timing, bruh. Watching these Boracity videos, this won't be a long video because I do have a good amount of videos to record today. Watching these Boracity videos just increases my respect for BTS, bro. And it really shows me how shady the music industry is. With the whole MTV where sponsors can basically erase all the votes that fans have put in. Point of advertising it as like, oh, the fans have power over who wins, when that's not the case. I mean, we both know what's the point of that. But it's like, damn, bro, y'all niggas are just lying. Like, straight up lying, but you just adding a bunch of rigmarole to it, throwing mad words in there for no reason. I mean, if you kept it real, then nobody would show up, because that's just bullshit, to be honest with you, bro. These just make me respect BTS more. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Monday, Japanese album. I think Wings is happening next week. It depends on how long the document is for the Japanese album. But if it's not long, Wings is happening next week. Alright, tribe. I'm not gonna take up much more of y'all time. I hope y'all enjoy these videos. Enough for me. No, seriously, enough for me. It's been your boy Tribe Blue. And in case I don't say you, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night, tribe. Good.
Yeah, it's the end. Leave a like and share it to your friends and your kin. When I post a video, I'm gonna need y'all to attend. Thank you for the view, but I ain't done with you. 2023, I'm about to be Jordan with the flu. Yeah, join the tribe. Yeah, join the tribe. I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe.